Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, and fill cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through them transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shine the king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business. Started feed street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, no say gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated ultras, real Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VDS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
It's your birthday, your brother Virgil, aka Facts, and we here on the early.
Apparently, you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Or vibe coding meets drag and drop freedom. We'll see about that. All right, let me try to make up a site to sell some like.
We definitely about to get to it. Here we go again.
Glitch the guarantee.
Here we go again.
E&E.
I can't walk with me, man. Roll up.
2020 got me seeing
Here
so
we go
good.
again. Rest of the effort to everybody who lost their lives. Speedy recovery to everybody who's injured. We about to get to it, man. Come on, man. Roll up.
We cool, nigga.
Roll up. Let's get to it.
This is the Nature. We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Kill him in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these plenty trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Pass to my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. Any clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, bang. These rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers, you know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money. Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain. I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. Y'all already know, man, we gotta have this conversation, man. Wow, man. Crazy. Wow and crazy, man. What's good with everybody? How y'all doing on this beautiful Friday morning? You did. I know a lot of people probably at work right now. I got this Friday off, man, but I'm still working. Even when I'm not at my actual job, I'm still working, man. You feel me? I'm always working, man. Need to take me a vacation for real. I'm definitely going to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to Puerto Rico, man, and go see what's up with that old Louisa, man. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at our black brethren and sister in Puerto Rico. Think I'm going to book my flight a little bit later today. You did? Think I might just, I'm going to sit up there and book my flight when I get done with this show. You feel me? Definitely going to Puerto Rico. Go check that out. Anyway, what's good with everybody? How y'all doing? Yeah. What up? You already know it's your brethren, your brother Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Staff with the Facts. And y'all know y'all tapped in and tuned in to another episode of 8 Real Talk Podcast. I think it's very important to have the discussion that we're about to have, man. I keep telling y'all about this stuff, man. Every single time this little monster rears his ugly little head, man, I'm going to listen, man. HR 1955, y'all, I keep telling y'all about this stuff, man. And everybody was you know, if you pay attention and think about it, man, and this is what I always tell people, especially people who go along and identify with these groups that be sanctioned by the you know what I'm saying, I guess I guess you could say to some extent be sanctioned by the government, man, more or less. You know what I mean? But this situation right here, man, that's going on in Canada, right? I want y'all to understand, man, what's actually going on, right? And although this is happening in Canada, right, it still is going to have some residual effects, not only in America, but everywhere else around the world. You know what I'm saying? Because what I keep telling y'all, the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda has been used for what the system and structure needs to use it for. Now the system and structure is about to consume the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. Once you run out of use, pay attention, LeBron, right? Once you run out of this system's use, once they no longer have a use or a need for you, they get rid of you. They consume you, right? Especially if you don't protect yourself within the process. But eventually, they will turn on you and consume you, as a lot of people are now finding out nowadays, right? And this situation in Canada is sad. First of all, rest in the essence to everybody who lost their lives, mostly children, as a result of this mass shooting, and everybody else who was injured. Well, they said it was like 25, 30 people who got injured. My Lord. Speedy recovery, and may the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, cover y'all and bring healing to y'all, right? And everybody in this community up here in Canada. This is crazy, man. This is wild, man. And here we go. I keep telling y'all the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, they have allowed y'all to get away with the stuff they allowed y'all to get away with in order to use y'all exactly how they're using y'all now. Right? Hold on real quick. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely insane. What's going on with this, man? This got to be some type of weird phenomena, man. What's up with this, man? What's up with all these little boys wanting to be girls and going up, shooting up schools and stuff like that, man? Y'all ain't curious of why that is going on? Nah, we ain't about to say nah, we ain't about to do all that, man. This is becoming a pattern. And one thing I do is I pay attention to patterns, right? And there's something going on, right? Why all of a sudden are young white boys being targeted for being the face of this type of thing? Because although the one transgender who did the one mass shooting, I can't remember exactly when that was, about a year or so ago. I think it was in Indiana somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, was the black guy who identified as a chick. But all the rest, been little young white boys, man, dressing up like girls just recently. Just recently. And here we go again, man. Why are young white boys being radicalized and feminized? Ask yourself that question. Right? Why are young white T-boys being used to push the LGBTQ, or should I say being used through the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee agenda to spread violent radicalization and ideologically based violence. I keep telling y'all they're trying to manipulate us into radicalizing ourselves so they can call us homegrown terrorism. And they want us to radicalize ourselves. They want us to violently radicalize ourselves through ideologically based violence. Right? Now this, man, listen, man, this is a sad situation right here, y'all, man. And this stuff right here has such a reverberating effect, man. It's crazy, man. It's wild. It's wild and it's crazy. And it definitely has an effect on the collective human consciousness. Let's just say that, right? Let's go, man. My Lord, man. Wow. All these people, man, mostly kids, man.
The minute Canadians started to learn of this, there was just profound shock and absolute horror. Now, 10 people have been killed. That includes the suspect that police say they found in a high school of a self-inflicted injury. Now, in that high school, they also found 6 others dead. They're not saying if they're students or teachers. One other person died on the way to hospital. Now, they found 2 other people who were killed at a separate residence. But there's very little information coming out of this community. It is very small, just a few thousand people. The high school only had a few hundred people. And they don't have any information about the suspect, except to say that the description is the same that was on the alert. And that was of a woman in a dress with brown hair. Police say they do not know when they'll have any information about a motive. The minute Canadians started to learn of this, there was just
crazy, man.
This is the home of the shooter, Jesse Van Rutselaar, and the starting point of the killing spree. The 18-year-old killed her mother, Jennifer Jacobs, and a younger brother. The RCMP say they were called to the house multiple.
My Lord. My Lord. So he offed his mom and his little brother? It's crazy, man. My Lord.
Times.
We have a history of police attendance at the family residence. Some of those calls were related to mental health issues.
So they knew about this young boy, right? So they knew about the young boy. Hold on real quick. So they knew about the young boy, is what they're telling us. They knew about the young boy, and they knew he was fried, died, laid to the side. Right? Is that what they telling us, man? This is sad, man, for real, man. Like, this is sad. Oh my God, my Lord, man. Give me a second, y'all. The magnitude of this is crazy. The magnitude of this is insane. So this deranged young boy who clearly is suffering from some heavy trauma believed or acted like he was a girl and has a history of mental health issues with the police and mental health authorities visiting the home frequently, and they didn't do anything to they didn't put this guy in they didn't put the young guy in no type of institution or any type of help or assistance for this. They just let him run rampant and go to school when he's shown to repeatedly have disturbing behavior that needs to be monitored. This is crazy, man. And how was he ever? My Lord, let's go.
Very few people living in rural communities appreciate the extent to which having guns in the home with the mentally ill youth is a risk.
At the second crime scene, police say they recovered a long...
So not only is they trying to get rid of the right to bear arms in America, they also doing it in Canada. This young boy was clearly disturbed, to say the least, right? What would make somebody do such a thing off your mom's and your little brother? Oh, there's only one thing, or should I say there's some few things I know that'll make somebody do something like that, right? You did. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Y'all heard about this, man? Y'all heard about the mass shooting in Canada just yesterday? Little crazy boy thinking a girl or acting like a girl, dressed up in a dress, went up and shot on the man. My Lord.
Long gun and a modified handgun from the school. On Facebook, Strang posted this photo of 6 long guns in 2024. She wrote, "It's time to take them out for target practice." Police say they had previously seized the firearms, but later returned them to the owner.
I can say that at a later point in time, the lawful owner of those firearms petitioned for those firearms to be returned.
In cases where mental health issues arise, police can seize firearms and seek a court order preventing gun possession in the name of public safety.
The question is, why was the prohibition application, which was begun by the seizure, why was that not followed through on?
To get the guns returned, Strang would have had to go to court. Police have not said why they gave back the guns.
This should be information that is readily available to the public, and it should be information that we can look at, because it's only with sort of that information can we see if mistakes were made.
This is the home of the shooter, Jesse Van Rootselaar, and the starting point of the killing spree.
Jesse Van Rootselaar? This is crazy, man.
She was just a beautiful soul. She's a light in our family. She loved art and anime. She wanted to go to school in Toronto, and she just loved her so much.
Kylie Smith's family is remembering her as a bright, compassionate teenager whose life was cut short in a school shooting. Smith was one of 8 people killed Tuesday in Tumbler Ridge, a remote community in British Columbia. Police say the suspected shooter died.
Oh, my bad. This happened Tuesday. I'm late. Apologies for that.
Died from an apparent self-inflicted wound. The victims include a 39-year-old teacher and 5 students between 12 and 13 years old.
I let her go to school with her brother Ethan in the morning, and I didn't know it would be the last time they'd go to school together.
The family is asking the public to focus on the victims.
These kids were lost before they got to become teenagers. So let's put their pictures up, please, and remember them. She was just a beautiful soul. She's a light in our family.
Police say a gunman killed 7 people at a high school, and 2 others were found dead at a nearby home believed to be connected to the shooting. The suspected shooter was also found dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. At a news conference last night, Superintendent of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Ken Floyd, said they believe they were able to identify the shooter but are not releasing a name yet, given the ongoing nature of this investigation. Police say they arrived at the high school Tuesday afternoon, 2 minutes after they got that report for gunfire. An estimated 25 more people suffered non-life-threatening injuries at the school, which is located in the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. Police say a gunman.
We're talking about a very rural and remote area, mind y'all, man. Right? It is sad, true on myself. It's very sad, man. We're talking about a very rural and remote area in Canada. We're talking about in the mountains, y'all. Not a lot of people live out there. Right? When is we going to sit up here and see that this is something we need to address? What's going on in the white communities over here in North America, Canada, and mostly America, where these young white boys are becoming violently radicalized by ideological-based violence they're consuming on the internet, which is therefore turning them into homegrown terrorists? What's going on, man? Remember when I talked to y'all about HR 1955? Right? I talk to y'all about HR 1955 all the time. And this is a clear-cut sin, but this is in Canada. Or you can best believe that Canada has, if not the same, very similar legislation. You can believe that. If they don't have the exact same thing in Canada, they got something very similar. Right? I guarantee you they do. Right? And I want y'all to understand that we're going to start seeing this stuff in other countries. If it's not already happening and we're just not getting reported here in America about it. Maybe they're not just informing us over here in America. Who knows, right? But when it comes to these mass shootings, specifically at schools, and specifically being done by young boys who are portraying themselves to be little girls. Why? Why don't we see any occurrences of young girls acting like little boys doing this? Something to think about, man. Right? Definitely something to think about. Come on, this is insane, man. My Lord, the devil is a lie, man. This stuff is bad, man. I keep telling y'all, man. All that radicalization is happening in America. Y'all thought this wasn't exclusively. Y'all thought that this was going to be an exclusively American phenomenon. No, man, no. We're gonna start seeing stuff like this around the world here, if it ain't already been happening. And they just ain't showing it to us. Right? This is going on in Canada now. It's ill, man. I'm sitting up here trying to tell y'all, man. Ill. Violent radicalization. Ideologically based violence. This is the stuff I be talking about when I talk about stuff like this. But see, now it's happening in Canada. Right? Hey. Good luck and what's good, loved one. All right, baby, what's good, loved one? Everybody. Look at this guy, man. And see, in Canada, they're so liberal up there in Canada, right? That once you decide that you are a specific gender, you can put that on your ID, and they have to by law address you as such. Y'all think America is liberal? Check out Canada, right? That's why so much fun boy-ish going on up there in old Canada. Let's go. Clearly not a woman. What's wrong with y'all, Canada, man? See what happened? I want y'all to understand that this stuff is allowed to happen, man. And they let this stuff transpire for a reason, man. Right? Come on, man. This is what I talk about when I be talking about cognitive dissonance, man. You see the mind effery in this situation, though? You know how confusing this is to children when they see this, and children definitely going to see this because it happened out of school, a middle school, or what I'm probably they call in Canada a secondary school, right? Talking about middle school age children, 11 years old, 12-year-old, 13-year-olds, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, about to go to high school. These is kids, man. Right? Most of y'all kids is around this, or a lot of y'all's kids is around this age. And this little fried dude, right, who's 18 years old, 19 years old, an adult, goes back to the middle school, I guess, where he used to attend. Notice how they're referring to this young boy as a woman. Do y'all understand what we doing to the psyches of our children when we allow this mess to go on? When we sit up here and say, well, if my son wants to, or if my, man, I wouldn't dare participate in that shit. It's terrible, man. Horrible, man. So sad. This is a result of this type stuff, man. This is the results. This is what you're going to see in the society, societally, when we allow stuff like this to transpire. Right? This guy. This is so sad, man. Crazy, y'all, man. This is wild, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Twice Yearly PrEP is here. One office visit every 6 months, 2 times a year for HIV prevention. That's one.
The daughter?
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Smash that like button, click
like
on the subscribe to the page.
I am just learning about the horror
And this happened
of the
last couple
tragedy
days
that
ago.
unfolded in
What's up,
Tuller Ridge this evening.
Got my sis in the building, man. What's up with you? This happened a couple of days ago in British Columbia, Canada. Young man went to a middle school and shot up a whole bunch of people. Then sit up there, body like 9 people, then bodied himself. Before he went to school that day, he offed his mom and his little brother. Then went to school with a semi-long nose, long rifle, my fault, and a modified handgun. I'm imagining a Glock with a switch, and went to school and killed 9 people, including himself, and injured 25 people. Now you gotta ask yourself, man, what would make somebody do that, man? Seriously. Ask yourself the question, what would make somebody do that? What y'all think would make somebody do that? And it goes beyond mental health. Doing stuff like that is a little bit beyond mental health. It's a little bit deeper than that, right? It's a lot deeper than mental health. Somebody just, for one, a guy who thinks or believes he's a female, that's way beyond mental health right there. Let's just get that out the way. It's beyond mental, just mental. Not saying it's not mental, it's not only that. Right? Y'all got to understand the difference. Like, it's the difference between something being an emotional problem, a mental problem, and a spiritual problem. But understand the presence of one or more creates the, how can I say it, the energetic environment for all three to manifest within your life. You know? So this young boy was messed up in the head, already had mental health issues, multiple situations where the authorities had to be called to the home. The little boy thought he was a girl. You know, has a fascination with guns, clearly. Where did the rifles and all the modified guns come from? Or, you know, like, and I don't know. I'm not really familiar with and why don't y'all tell me how we're going on? But I'm not familiar with Canada's gun laws, but I don't know what the legal age to purchase firearms is in Canada. I would imagine it's probably 18. A combination of all that stuff, sis. And this is what I be talking about when I be talking about HR 1955. Y'all, I want y'all to understand that this is reached beyond the borders of America. This lets me know that Canada, if not already have this type of legislation, they about to get it up there. And that's very, very interesting. And it's very, very, let's say, troubling as well. Because that means this homegrown terrorism thing is something that's going to be spread around, man. I keep telling y'all to watch this play, man. Pay attention to HR 1955, man. And that's the Homegrown Terrorism Prevention, the Homegrown Terrorism and Violent Radicalization Prevention Act, right? I've been telling y'all about this stuff for so long, man. Listen, man, it's gone beyond America. It's now in Canada, right? Are we about to start seeing mass shootings in other countries? Huh? Man, I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Man, y'all gotta understand how serious this is, man. It's crazy, man. And you gotta ask yourself, like, what is wrong with somebody to the point to where they would get up off his mama, his little brother, dressed up like a young lady, portraying, acting like a young lady, right? A young girl. Go to school. Not even his school, just a school. I don't know if he used to go to this school. I don't know what was going on, but this guy is 18, 19 years old. He's an adult, I would imagine, in Canada. I think 18 is considered adult in Canada as well. Yeah, goddamn it, and it been happening here in America, especially with Transformers. Right? We done had just recently. We had shootings in America not too long ago. Where the Transformer went up there into the church, man. Come on, y'all, man. What's going on? Now it's in Canada, right? And I told y'all about this, man. Hold on, let me pull this up on the screen for y'all on YouTube, man. This is stuff they don't want us talking about and discussing, man. Because there's a method to the madness, man. It's just not crazy stuff going on because people is crazy. People is crazy, but they being made to be crazy. Right? Understand that off top, though. People being made to be crazy. Right? And I keep telling y'all, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty positive that they got very similar legislation in Canada. If not, they about to, right? And we're going to be seeing more and more of this, man. They ain't letting up on this, man, because they coming for the internet. Specifically, they coming for all of us through the internet so they can fully monitor what happens online as well as offline. Right? They say that we are all spreading ideologically based violence, potentially. If we are on the internet and we're interacting, engaging, corresponding, watching, listening to each other via the internet, right? We could possibly, potentially be considered guilty of spreading ideologically based violence, as well as possibly, potentially violently radicalizing people or becoming violently radicalized. Because per this document, which is U.S. law, right, the internet is the main place, source, but the main place where ideologically based violence and violent radicalization is most likely to occur. But who owns the internet? That's my question. Who owns the internet? Who runs the internet? Who controls the internet? Do we, the people, control the internet? Right? So if the internet is the #1 tool platform being used to spread and be indoctrinated with, right, ideologically based violence, violent radicalization, therefore turning us possibly, potentially into homegrown terrorists. And I'm pretty sure Canada has, I'm almost positive Canada has very similar legislation, if not the exact same legislation. Yeah, man. Yeah, sis. Yes, yes, yes. My sis paying attention. Listen. And it is a reason for that. It's a reason for that. Lots of reasons. And I'm going to do a show on that, man. But lots of kids are getting into anime. That is very true. And the reason why anime is being made so popular now, specifically amongst children, not even young baby children, but children who are this age, specifically and especially, right? And the reason why that's happening because they want to prepare these children to be living in a reality, right, that's not based in physicality, right? It's not only reducing, because a lot of adults are into anime as well too, and have been since they was kids. But it's preparing people perceptually, psychologically, mentally to be engaging and interacting with each other non-physically, or should I say in the metaverse. Right? That's why there's so many of these anime-based online games. That's why so much anime imagery and content being put on social media, social engineering, right? While it's reducing the mind to a childlike, damn near catatonic state, it's also perceptually preparing the mind to be engaging with each other, through gaming and combat and competition, using witchcraft and the whole powering up and the metamorphosis with Dragon Ball Z and things like that, demons and vampires and all this crazy imagery we seeing through the anime that's being made real popular, right? That's being done for a reason, and that's good observation, sis, right? Because that's something that y'all parents, I would suggest, take a look at. Now, Jen is not really too much interested in anime, but she loves animation, right? Yeah, anime is the precursor for anime is like the appetizer, if you would, for us to be introduced perceptually into artificial intelligence. So what I mean by that is, in order for us to be so perceptually accepting to AI and how we interact with it now, we had to first be desensitized by it through anime. Think about Ghost in the Shell, all the old anime from the late 70s, early 80s, how it was all advanced on super advanced techie things, perceptually preparing us for what we are now, actively in real time experiencing and seeing and engaging with, and in action usually using in our lives. AI is such a part of our lives right now in ways that we never imagined. And I say anime was the precursor, the appetizer, if you would, saying the warm up to perceptually prepare us for our engagement and interaction with unintelligent artificial intelligence. Does that make sense to y'all? Right? So it's very interesting to see that y'all paying attention to that. That's that knowing what you know, but just not remembering that you know it, right? It's the stuff that's innately within us. And that's why our generation is such a threat, y'all. I want y'all to understand this. My millennials, my early millennials, people my age, right? Like people born between like 1980 and like 1993, right? I want y'all to understand, I would even say 95, to be honest with you, man. From like 19, that 15-year period, people born between like 1980 and 1985, but specifically the older millennials, which is us, between like 1980 and 1985 to 1990. We have a specific frame of reference, y'all, and I talk about this a lot. We got a specific frame of reference when it comes to how things are, because we can remember how things are or were before all this technology that is around us now. I want y'all to understand how significant that is, man, moving forward. I hope y'all realize and understand how important that is and why that's important, and why our specific generation is I don't want to say under attack, because we ain't necessarily under attack, but definitely is definitely being targeted for sure. Because we have this understanding, man, and we can remember what things was like before all this stuff was around, and that gives us a frame of reference. You hear me? And we can see the impact that these things have had on our society versus our children who are now the zillennials, right? They grew up in an era where they don't know when it was never a time that there wasn't social engineering, when it wasn't the internet, when they couldn't call DoorDash, and they don't know a time when before. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So we got a whole generation down there too who's been raised on social engineering, right? And they have to grasp the minds of these young people in order to indoctrinate them, perceptually prepare them on how they're going to be engaging and interacting with each other when this system that I've been telling y'all about for years is coming in as it is now. This is why they're coming after children, and this is why they're coming at them in the way they are, because it has to sync and link with them. These are children, right? They playing on their sense to play. You hear me? And using that to indoctrinate them at an early age with all of this demonic stuff, this stuff that's talking about bloodlines and, you know, showing hybrid humans that's mixed with like animals and from different dimensions and different planets and vampires and demon slayer and all that stuff. Y'all got to understand the significance of that, man. Right? So pay attention to the anime. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with watching anime. I'm just saying pay attention to the type of anime your kid watches if they do. That's it. Just be aware, man. A lot of that anime is definitely being used to spread certain messages, frequencies, energies, and agendas, man. That's a fact. All you gotta do is go to Netflix and look at the anime section. Look at the different types of anime that they got for the kids to watch on there. Look at the titles of the shows, the subject matter of the shows. Think about Dragon Ball Z, which is one of my favorite anime cartoons. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I was a kid. That's how long Dragon Ball Z been around. Rest in essence to the dude, he just died not too long ago. Remember I said, was he off? The dude who created Dragon Ball Z mysteriously came up dead not too long ago, about a little over a year ago. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I was a kid. I'm 44. Dragon Ball Z been around since I was a kid. That's at least 30 years. You hear me? So just think about the subject matter of Dragon Ball Z. We got beings from other planets with these innate supernatural abilities and capabilities. They can power up, metamorph, change into different physical forms and all that. Y'all gotta understand that stuff, man. Right? Being desensitized and preemptively programmed for this stuff. So, you know, here we go. Right? And as saying that as in reference to what happened in Canada, right? You know what I'm saying? That stuff contributes, you know what I'm saying, to other entities being introduced. If y'all paid attention to the show last night when baby girl, our sister, Dr. LaTanya Moore, what she was talking about, like you invite these entities into your life when you open up so many doors through these various conduits of demonic origin, like demonic based in theme anime. Specifically ones that's called Demon Slayer. Right?
Over the course of the day. This is a
crazy,
devastating and unimaginable tragedy. We can't imagine what the community is going through, but I know it's causing us all to hug our kids a little bit tighter tonight. I'm just out of an update with RCMP leadership, Dwayne McDonald. I want to thank him for being available this evening, and a conversation with the Prime Minister about this terrible tragedy. Here's the latest information that we have. I understand that there are 10 people in total who are dead, 2 different sites. 8 of the people who died as a result of the shootings were at the school, including an individual we understand is the suspected shooter, who is believed to have died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. There are about 25 people who have been triaged by health authorities with various physical injuries, some profoundly serious, and some more minor injuries. Right now, information is very limited as police do their work, and the RCMP has asked for patience as they work through methodically to ensure that they are supporting families and getting to the bottom of what happened today. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask British Columbians, to ask all Canadians, to wrap the people of Tumbler Ridge, wrap these families with love. Not just tonight, but tomorrow and into the future. This is something that will reverberate for years to come.
Reverberate for years to come. Pay attention when they say stuff like that, man. Because this is what it's designed to do, right? This is sad, man.
As British Columbians, I know that one of the things we do best is look after each other, and I'm asking British Columbians to look after the people of Tumbler Ridge tonight. For our government's role, we'll make sure that the resources are there for the community. They're already being deployed on the site, and I'd like to ask the Public Safety Minister to provide you an update on what's happening in the community to provide support right now. Minister.
Thank you, Premier.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the...
Hey, y'all. Right, Pete Gang. Now, this is a perfect segue, and this is the perfect commercial to be playing, according, given what I just said, right? Did y'all pay attention when I just said what the kids' psyches is being prepared for? Right? Now, that's an online game called EVE Online. Y'all ever heard of it? It's an online, interactive, submersive, not fully submersive yet anyway, but a submersive game that you can play online, right? And engage and interact with the software of the game as you interact with other people who play in the game online as well. And in this game, you are learning how to navigate, operate, right? Inside digital spaces, man.
Unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time.
Right. And remember when I talked to y'all about that movie Ready Player One in the Oasis? I'm telling y'all, man, this is what we being prepared for, man. Y'all have to understand what's really going on, man. And they putting it right in our face, too.
While the RCMP emergency alert has been lifted, the people of Tumbler Ridge remain in a state of crisis following one of the worst mass shootings in our province's and country's history. This is a devastating day for a close-knit community, and the loss being felt is profound. There are truly no words that can adequately describe the pain being carried tonight by parents, families, and loved ones of the victims. British Columbians and people across the country are standing with the Tumbler Ridge community tonight. I would like to thank the RCMP officers who were on the scene within 2 minutes of receiving the call. That speed and professionalism saved lives today. I would also like to thank paramedics, firefighters, healthcare workers, victim services staff, and all first responders who acted immediately to support this community in an unimaginably horrific moment. This is only the beginning for so many who have families who have been impacted by today's tragic events. The shockwaves of this horrific event will continue to reverberate through the community and throughout the country for some time. Education ministry staff have been in continued contact with the school district today, and we are actively mobilizing trauma and crisis response supports. We are sending trauma-informed counselors to the region to support kids and their families during this time. The school district will be making supports available, and once we have locations for where these supports will be, the district will share that information on social media. And we will be making sure services are available to members of the broader community who need it as well. There is a psychiatric liaison nurse working in the community right now, and another starting tonight at 10 p.m.
Crazy, man. That's a lot of people, man. Young people too, man. Kids, man.
I was in my 50s when I decided to pursue my master's. With my experience, I was approved to go into the competency-based master's degree that only took 1 year. And University of Phoenix taught me I can achieve anything that I want to.
We will get through this. We will learn from this. But right now, it's a time to come together, as Canadians always do, in these situations, these terrible situations, to support each other, to mourn together.
Is it daughter?
It's a son. He isn't there.
Is it daughter?
The hospital was serious source of the threat. 30 p.m. Approximately 1:20 p.m., Tumbler Ridge RCMP received a report of an active shooter at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School. A police-initiated public alert was issued as officers responded. The alert was canceled at around 5:30 p.m. once police determined there was no outstanding suspects and no ongoing threat to the public. As part of the initial response, officers entered the school to locate the source of the threat. During their search, police located multiple victims. The individual believed to be the shooter was also found deceased from what appears to be a self-inflicted injury.
Pay attention to that, y'all. What appears to be. Pay attention when these people is talking, man. If nobody else was shooting and he was the only one shooting and he is shot, depending on where he shot, it's clear to see that it's a self-inflicted wound unless it's not. I want y'all to pay attention when these people be talking, man, because a lot of this stuff don't be what we be thinking it is. A lot of people don't be, man, listen here, man. He appeared to have died from a self-inflicted wound. That would suggest that maybe he didn't die from a self-inflicted wound, right? Let's go, man.
6 additional people, not including the suspect, were found deceased inside the school.
6 additional people, not including him, right?
2 victims were airlifted to hospital with serious or life-threatening injuries, and a 3rd victim died being transported.
Look in this dude's eyes, man. The eyes never lie. Look into the young boy eyes, man. You can tell the young boy got something wrong with him. He got some entities residing and abiding within him, man.
Is it daughter?
Officers entered the school to lead the threat. Within minutes, an individual confirmed to be the shooter was located with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot. Suspect has been identified as 18-year-old Jesse Van Rootselaar.
Jesse Van Rootselaar. Oh, that name, man. Van Rootselaar. Jesse Van Rootselaar. That's a hell of a name, boy. I feel like I gotta go do some due diligence on this name. Yeah. I'm gonna get back with y'all on that one. That Van Rootselaar, that name is not only does it just sound familiar, but as soon as I hear that name, the first thing pop in my mind is Kazarian, Rothschilds, and my mind started just going after that, right?
Who is a resident of Tumbler Ridge. We have a history of police attendants, family residents. Some of those calls were partly related to mental health issues.
Right. So like I said, y'all, they been knew about this little boy. They been knew he was off his, Why was nothing done to protect people? Right. It's crazy, man.
Rootselaar was a transgender woman who was born biologically male and dropped out of the targeted high school 4 years ago. The shooter had previously held a firearms license, which had lapsed, and the weapons had previously been confiscated from her residence. She was also...
Notice how they refer to this dude as her, man. Pay attention to that, man.
apprehended under the Provincial Mental Health Act for an assessment. Rootselaar once attended the school.
Oh, hold on. So they did put the boy in some. Listen here, y'all, man. I keep telling y'all about these. Remember, listen here, especially y'all on Facebook. Y'all remember when I was talking to y'all about the re-education centers? When I was talking about the re-education centers, and they got the main one over here on Livingston. That's the Big Lots Behavior Health Pavilion, where they lock kids up and do all type of weird experiments on them because they are suffering from some form of what they're being told is mental health issues, but it's just trauma from growing up in the environments that they grew up in. And they have them in those environments where they're just experimenting in ways that we can't even imagine experimenting on our kids under the guise of helping them with their mental health issues. I've been inside that building, and I'm telling you, it's a creepy ass building. It's basically a mental health prison for kids. I've been in there. I've been in the very cells myself, right? And it's a mental health prison for kids. That's exactly what it is. We ain't gonna act like it's something that's there to help them, because it's not. And they being indoctrinated with this new tech, because it's a very technologically advanced place. It always happens with mental health. They are aware, but don't want to react until it's too late. Yeah, so that lets you know what, Shalonda? What does that let you know? That lets you know it's being done intentionally. This is what they want. So they can then use these people when they become adults and blame them for stuff like this in order to impose draconian laws on us all. And this is now spread to Canada. You been to that building on Livingston? The mental health pavilion, the Big Lots mental health pavilion, where they do the weird experiments on kids at? Got them locked up in them padded cells, emitting zero frequencies in there, static frequencies and stuff. Sensory deprivation, technological indoctrination. It's crazy, man. And then these kids grow up to be adults, and once they become adults, they get released to the public while still getting any type of whatever assistance they may get from the city-state government, the county city-state government, right? And since they are part of this system, which means they have a high potential, depending on their specific familial household trauma, man, that could be weaponized, man, through the internet. Now, how many kids you think like, Jesse Van Roostler are just running around America? I know y'all don't think he's the only one. As we have seen in America, massive shoot. We've seen a lot of mass shootings being done by little boys who believe and think they're little girls, or from young boys who think they're young ladies. Here recently in our country, like I said in a few times before, right? So I want y'all to be aware of this, man. This is wild, man. The kids, they coming for the kids. Like I've been telling y'all, they coming for our kids. And yeah, man. You gotta be aware, man. You gotta be aware. And you gotta sit up here and get in your kids' business, man. What is they watching? If your kids is into anime, what type of anime are they watching? What is the subject matter of the anime they watching? Right? Any child, any little boy, little girl, young man, young lady is talking about some I think or feel like I'm the opposite sex. You got deeper issues than what you think, man. And just people just going along with this stuff and okay. And I just accept that shit is crazy, man. Yeah, you probably had to go to where my brother Fonz used to work at back not too long ago at the over here off of Harmon and Greenlawn, the Ohio Psychiatric OPS, I think, OSP, I think it's called. Yeah, man, we got lots of mental health facilities, community mental health facilities. Remember when I told y'all about the re-education centers? Do y'all remember that on Facebook? Years ago, I was talking to y'all about the re-education centers. You got the Sun Behavior all over Columbus. You got the other one, I can't remember, the Sun Behavior or something else. They all around Columbus, all around other cities too, because I've done my due diligence on it. All these different private companies that's sitting up here. Basically, the re-education centers taking in people with mental health issues, right? Drugging them up. And then under the guise of so-called giving them resources to help them function as adults, functioning adults in society, but they sit here indoctrinating them, putting them on drugs, basically monitoring them and getting money from the city, the state, government, all of that for housing them or re-educating them through indoctrinational programming. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. And here we go. This thing is going on not just in America. That's just what this proves. This is not something that's just exclusive to America. I wouldn't be surprised if this is happening in other countries. We just ain't being told about it. We being made to think and believe that it's just an exclusively American thing, but now we see that it's not. I wonder how many times something like this has happened in Canada and they just didn't report on it. Right? Because remember, he didn't say it was the first mass shooting in our city, province, or country. He said it was the worst one. So I say, y'all gotta pay attention when these people talk, man. You have to pay attention. Right? Anyway, man, let's go, man. Right? Matter of fact, we're just gonna end the show right there. We don't need to really go no longer than this, man. You know what I'm talking about? This is a sad situation, man. You know, and this is the reason why we need to seriously reevaluate the things that we support politically, right? Because this is not only going on in our country, but clearly it's going on in other countries as well. You know what I mean? And man, and this is the results of this draconian not going with the people actually want, really, without being manipulated and thinking this is what they want, right? And this is going to be the results of that stuff, man. And I'm pretty sure there's way more to this situation than just that, although I'm pretty sure that plays a part. I'm pretty sure there's way more to this story than what we being told. Who was Jesse? Where's the father? What type of stuff was he into outside of anime online? Was he a part of any groups, any organizations? Where did he work? How did he acquire the firearms? We know he has a history of mental health issues being logged from situations at the home with his mother. What was the family life at home? What was the relationship between him and his mother to where he would eventually off her and his little brother? Right? Once again, where's the father? Clearly, Jesse got some entities residing and abiding within him, presiding over him. Clearly. I keep telling y'all, it goes beyond mental health issues when it comes to operating in this type of way. It goes a little bit deeper than just a mental health situation. It's more than likely a spiritual demonic situation going on. Right? And I want y'all to start actually putting that in y'all's mind frame. We got to get up out of here, man. We're going to do a Friday night wrap up later on the night. I want to go show y'all something real quickly before we get up out of here, because we definitely got this going on this evening in a few hours. I'm going to hit y'all to it. You know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know, man, what your brother be involved with when it's, you know, when the offline life. You did. Shouts out to my homegirl, LA. Right, today is the Jill Scott new album listening party at the Speakeasy downtown in my city today. Right. My girl LA gonna be in the building, Chef Jay. You know what I'm saying? We having a listening party for Jill Scott's album. You know what I'm saying? Art Vino is gonna be in the building. You did. We're gonna have the Art Vino on deck. We're gonna have the Riesling on deck, the Chianti, the Merlot, the Sweet Red, the Pinot Grigio, all of that. If you didn't already get your tickets, it's a wrap. You will not be able to pay at the door. You will not. So I hope y'all got y'all tickets if y'all plan on going, if you're from my city. But, you know, it's just an event. Art Vino going to be in the building. I'm going to hit up L and still see if Don H is still going to be in the building. I even talked to L. You know, I can see what's going on with my brethren. Anyway, that's what we got going on tonight. And I might come back later on because we're going to be done by like, hold on, let me pull it up on the screen for y'all real quick. All right. Yeah, it was going to be done by 9 o'clock, so we might do a little 10 o'clock show tonight for the Friday night wrap up. You know, I'm talking about discuss all these current topics and trending topics and current events that transpired throughout this week. You understand what I'm saying? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, sharing social engineering. Look, man, don't be surprised if we start seeing more of this stuff, man. You know, don't be surprised, man. Rest in the essence to all them. Everybody else as well. Yeah, man. Now this has reached beyond the borders of America, right? This has reached beyond the borders of America, right? It's not just an exclusive American thing, man. It's going on in other countries and here as well, right? So look, man, y'all, we're gonna be back probably later on tonight after I get done handling business with this event right here. I hope you got your tickets. I'm letting you just know about it just because this is what your brother and your brother gonna be doing. One of many events I've been at with the Art Vino is more to come. We're about to have more wine tastings coming up, more events surrounded around wine tastings. Art Vino, Don H. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Tap in, walk with us. You know what I'm saying? You know, real ones, we definitely is not just online talk, we in real life doing real things. You dig? Can you understand that? Right? Flip-flopping ass, non-content creating ass dudes out there, man. Tap in with us, man. You feel me? Hey, man, rest in the essence to all them people, them young people especially that lost their lives, man, in that tragic situation in Canada, man. And may the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, cover and protect everybody out there in Canada and out there in that British Columbia and Tumble Ridge, man. Very demonic situation going on with this, man. I want to let y'all know that too. I'm not afraid to say that. This is a very demonic, I just feel it in my spirit. I feel that there's some SRA going on in this situation. I feel that there's a very deep, dark, demonic presence over this situation, right? And I'm definitely going to look into who Jesse Van Brewster is. Oh, y'all can best believe I'm going to do that for sure. Got his name written down right here. So enjoy y'all rest of y'all afternoon, man. You know, I'm going to be going live from the event, doing some videos and pictures and all of that, little shorts and all of that. So tap in. We're going to be at the event. Shout out to my girl, LA, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Enjoy y'all afternoon, man.
Going to hurt.
Task force, black force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I fired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught up on film, flow tracks is sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I see the heat like chimney blocks, and I charge for a look, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep my
things.
grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the dial change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get to use the hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Get it. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child, they can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in a cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.